Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's me, Mr. Premps, and I am back with another One Piece review. And today we're taking a look at One Piece manga chapter 1007. And this chapter was definitely a story of two halves, because what the hell was up with that ending? Twitter has been popping off already, and the theories are crazy. And yes, I have my own theory on this, so if you make it to the end of this video, I'll give you a few of my thoughts. But without wasting any more time, let's get into discussing this chapter. The chapter's called Tanaki-san, and for a second I was thrown off, because I was thinking, Raccoon Dog? And then I quickly realised that this was Chopper. And it got me thinking, is Oda just going around giving everyone their time to shine? I think since chapter 1000 there's been an individual focus on particular characters, and this could get crazy interesting. Because in 1000, I believe it was called Straw Hat Luffy, in 1004 I think it was Tama, and 1005 was Robin, and now in 1007 we have Chopper. And yeah, I know we've seen the likes of Frankie come clutch and battle Sasaki, Brook alongside Robin, and so on, but I feel like Oda's going to give some of the more important characters their time to shine. Just like in 1006 where we saw the Honourable Hyogoro the Flower. And speaking of Hyogoro, the first half of chapter 1007 had a huge focus on him. But before we delve into that, the cover page was Gastino's twin Caesar, and in true clown fashion, he's making balloon presents for some baby penguins. And this is actually quite wholesome to me, because although he's done a lot of bad, Caesar kind of grew on me, and I can definitely see him as an ally in the future. But back to Hyogoro, we found out that Hyogoro has basically taken out everyone on the live floor. And as we found out last chapter, the ice virus has extremely buffed them up to basically the levels he was at when he was at his peak all those years ago. He's taken out the Oniwa Banshu captains, who I would have expected to be extremely strong, so this is definitely a feat for him. We get commentary from Apu and Drake on how amazing he is. Apu talks about his ability to endure this virus and then use its power to his advantage. And Drake notes that this must be why the samurai of Wano are feared so much across the globe. We then pan back to Yatapi, who was the samurai that Hyogoro ordered to kill him last chapter before he completely became an ice demon. And as I assumed last chapter, he's yet to kill him. But what I also loved in this chapter was the dialogue we got from Queen to the other beast pirates. And honestly, as harsh as it comes across, Queen keeps it real. He tells them that they're nothing more than tools to be used. And as they're begging for his help for the cure to this virus, Queen is like, "Are you dumb?" And then he begins explaining their failures. He tells the pleasures that they had the chance to gain abilities, and quite frankly, they didn't. And now they're useless and only good for a laugh. And in regards to the waiters, well, they're useless too, because there's no more Smile Devil fruits, and we know this because it was the Straw Hats that destroyed the factory. So now Queen's like, both of you pleasures and waiters are useless. I might as well turn you all into ice demons so you have some sort of usefulness before you die. And to be honest, this is the harsh reality. Queen goes on to explain that at least he gave them the chance for survival by giving them the antibody, but pirates are just bad people. The pirates are all in shock of his words and explain that Chopper, or Tanaki-san, which they're all referring to him as, is mass producing this antibody. And Queen very quickly denies this. He highlights that Chopper is a pirate too, and has probably taken it for himself. And I love this because Oda is using Queen to explain exactly what a pirate is to us. Untrustworthy and treacherous, worrying only about themselves. But we know that the Straw Hat Pirates are different. They're not your typical pirates, and so we hold them to a different standard. But back to Hyogoro and Yatapi, because as Yatapi goes to strike Hyogoro to finish him off, he's very quickly blocked by Chopper, who's now mass produced this antidote, which he's now about to shoot out of her cannonball in order to heal everyone that's on that live floor. And it's quite impressive, but where the hell did he get this cannon from? Queen seems to be quite pissed off with Chopper, calling him a second-rate doctor, but extremely shocked that he was able to produce this antibody. But what he's even more annoyed at is the fact that he's killed the beast pirates too. He wonders how Chopper got this skill, in which Chopper basically throws it back to the time skip and highlights that all the Straw Hats put in mad work so that they could hone in on their skills. but it appears that Queen is not here for Chopper's little speech. He tells everyone he's not going to be lectured by a Tanuki and goes to attack Chopper. Amazingly enough, the Healed Pleasures begin protecting Chopper, clearly showing their appreciation for what he's done, and it appears that they're now allies. But it's actually Marco who finds himself back again in this chapter, and he's the one that holds Queen down and refers to Chopper as Tanuki whilst telling him to give Queen his best shot. And it's absolutely hilarious because basically everyone has been calling Chopper a raccoon dog, and now he's like, listen, let's get one thing straight, I am not a raccoon dog, as he takes his rumble ball and slaps the shit out of Queen. We then move on and get some panels of Yamato, Momo and Shinobu, and I really want to say Momo is growing. He's disgusted with himself. He's meant to be the leader of Wano, and he's here being protected and running away. And as we know, when Momo worries, he inadvertently turns into his zone form, and he does so here, as Yamato and Shinobu find out that Momo has indeed eaten a devil fruit. And we find out some more information on this fruit as we join a conversation being held by CP0 talking about Vegapunk and how when the Navy had captured Kaido, he used his lineage factor in order to synthesize a devil fruit which was left on Punk Hazard. And this was left on Punk Hazard as the world government thought it was a failure. But little do they know that this fruit most definitely was not a failure. And as the chapter draws to a close, we see that the scabbards are all in this room, healed up with their wounds treated. Kinemon acknowledges that Luffy has stepped up in their place in order to fight Kaido as they were too weak. But he also acknowledges that they must still go on and support elsewhere as the war continues and their help will be needed. But it's at this point where someone appears, and with us all thinking we're going to find out who that mysterious figure was, we see Oden. And what the hell is going on here? Didn't Oden die? Where has he been hiding all this time? And of course I'm not being serious, because I definitely do not believe that this is Oden. I don't want to get into too many theories right now, but I'm thinking that this is Onimaru. I'd be really interested to know how this unfolds, and I want to see the official translations before dissecting things too much. But an interesting thought I had was this could be an awakening of the Time Devil fruit at play here. But let me know if you want to hear a little bit more about that down in the comments. There's also some other theories of Katarina Devon and Bon Clay, but I honestly just don't know. One Piece is now on break, so there's no chapter next week, and Oda has left us with another cliffhanger. But this cliffhanger has left us with lots to speculate on, so I'm sure there's going to be so many theories and discussions going out, and I can't wait to see the hype once the official comes out on Sunday. But as usual, if you like anything I've had to say, please make sure you leave a like on the video as it helps me out so much. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn bell notifications on so you never miss out when I drop weekly reviews just like this. Safe.